Hello guys and welcome back to Underdog Reviews. Today we have something special. I'm doing the Cartoon Network because Cartoon Network's been pretty much dead. So I'm doing like a tribute because I love anime, but I also love myself some cartoons. And I watched Cartoon Network since I was a child until 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 even a few years ago. So it's really deep rooted in my heart. And so I'm doing the Cartoon Network originals. Alright, so it's a tier list for the Cartoon Network originals. So from S to F, to don't remember and haven't seen. Now I have a lot of them, but I don't have the Teen Titans because to me it's not like an original. But let's get started. Number 1 is the Moxie Show. I haven't seen this one. This is a really old one. I haven't seen it. Next one is Space Coast. Now that one's like a D, like a D right here. I don't remember much of Space Ghost, but what I do remember is there was a lot of talking. What a cartoon! What a cartoon! Let's see. What a cartoonist, rank S, because that's where everything started, That's where a lot of the classic cartoons got their start from. Now, Dexter's Laboratory. This one is also... It's also a S rank. Because Dexter's Laboratory, that's probably one of the best cartoons on Cartoon Network in general. Like, I know it's of the 90s, but even past the 90s, it's one of the best cartoons ever, Dexter's Laboratory. Now, Johnny Bravo. Let's see, in today's political climate, it probably wouldn't get a good... I put on A because, today, people might get a little offended by what's going on here. But I love myself some Johnny Bravo. I remember watching that as a kid, and I was so mad when they took it off TV. Cow and Chicken. Cow and Chicken. Now, Cow and Chicken is like a kind of like a B. I was never a big Cow and Chicken fan. Now, Cow and Chicken, it was good and it had a lot of funny moments and it was pretty funny, but it was kind of gross at times. And some episodes they were kind of bad. I Am Weasel. I Am Weasel's like probably like a D, between a C and a D. I'll put on C because it's a classic, but to me it's somewhere between a C and a D because I Am Weasel. Yeah, just Weasel show, it just wasn't cutting it for me. The Powerpuff Girls. Man, the Powerpuff Girls, I remember watching this with my other sister. And it's an S because it's one of the OGs, one of the OGs. It was a big hit. It looked nice. I thought it was nice. And yeah, it's like an S rank because it's one of the first originals and it was really popular for a while. And I have a lot of favorite episodes from Powerpuff Girls. Even if people laugh at me, I don't care. A lot of good episodes. Even from the newer ones, the last ones, I had a lot. Now, Ed, Edd n Eddy. Ed, Edd n Eddy. Ed, Edd n Eddy is gonna be... Probably like... I'll put it on S, but it's probably somewhere between S and A. Now, what always bothered me about Ed, Edd n Eddy was kind of like the backgrounds. Didn't have a lot of detail. But, looking back now, neither did the Powerpuff Girls. So, I guess that was my only complaint, and the fact that they never leave the cul-de-sac. But that was my only problems with the show. But I liked everything about it. It was really, about 3 guy friends with different personalities, just trying to make money, just hustling, ripping people off, funny. I had a lot of favorite episodes. Sometimes they got too gross, but it was never as bad as Cow and Chicken. Mikey, Lou, and Og. Now this show's like a Mike Lou and Og is like a C. Now, Mike Lou and Og, I had a lot of high expectations when I was a kid, but nothing really ever happened. Like, they would just talk and talk and talk, and some interesting stuff, and maybe a couple of funny moments. But in general, I was always waiting for this like big One Piece moment, you know, the anime One Piece. But it never came. It was always like dead. Like, it just never came. Like, nothing really ever happened. There was, you know, I wasn't expecting like a plot because it's a cartoon, old-fashioned cartoon. But I was expecting something interesting to happen. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I put it on C. Now, next one is Courage the Cowardly Dog. Now, this is my probably on my top 5, or maybe even my most favorite. Let's see, it's S. Probably my most favorite cartoon. It's really hard to tell which one's my favorite one. But you know, like Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, Ed and Eddie, Courage, they were like, to me, they were like the top cartoons of my childhood in general. Like, whenever I think of a cartoon, I always come to these 4, because and even Johnny Bravo. I could include Johnny Bravo there too, but I always come back to Courage, because Courage was like this new style of horror cartoon, and it was a little bit, you know, there were some episodes like bring back the, I forgot the one where it's like bring back the sledge, or bring back that, you know, that rock with the writing on it. You know, that episode was really creepy. Then we had these really creepy character designs. You know, really, really dark episodes. Really, really not so much scary nowadays. But back then, like for a kid show, it was pretty dark sometimes. Really dark. And there were some times where I got scared the crap out of me. But Courage the Cowardly Dog is probably my favorite cartoon, along with Billy and Mandy. Oh, Sheep in the Big City. Sheep in the Big City, or we're gonna put it on D. I mean, Sheep in the Big City, I had the same problem with Mike Lou and Og. Now I'll put Mike Lou and Og on D too. It's because they had the same problem. Nothing really happened. But even in Sheep in the Big City, a little more happened. And it wasn't that long. I think it was like 1 season. And the show got cancelled because it didn't get a lot of views. But yeah, like, it's a D because Sheep would just be like, bah. That's all I fucking remember. You know, I remember his going. All I remember is him going bah. But I can't remember like anything happening there. What's this? Oh, Time Squad. Oh my god, Time Squad. You know, I love history as a kid. I still do. I always did. But Time Squad is like to me, it's like an A. Now, it just like, not just because it's like educational, but Time Squad would like, you know, had a robot. I like robots. I like time traveling. I like that annoying kid, even though, you know, people didn't like him. You know, but I liked the way everything went. I like when they went back in time and they saw Napoleon, or to Egypt, or to the guy who invented peanut butter and jelly. And yeah, you know, maybe some episodes could have been better, and maybe it should have been longer. Such a good show. I can't believe it only lasted like 3 seasons or 2. I think it was 2. But it was like, I liked it. I loved it. Like, you know, in the educational part, it was nice too. But just like the comedy was really well paced. Like, you know, Napoleon and Cleopatra hooking up, like that was freaking funny, you know. Even as a kid, it was freaking funny. So I can't believe that it only lasted like 2 seasons, or was it less than that? Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack is. Look, I'm gonna put Samurai Jack at a S. Samurai Jack was, I think, I wouldn't consider it like a cartoon. Like, it's animated, but I would say it's between something like comic bookish, anime-ish than it is to a cartoon, because it was really deep, really dark. It had really like small arcs. It was really sad. It had a lot of emotions. It had a lot of action, a lot of like adult themes, a lot of, you know, like even the last arc, it felt like it was really sad. And you know, and it just like gave you a lot of life lessons, like, you know, like even if you failed 100 times or 1,000 times, you gotta keep trying. Even if you never reach your goal, you gotta keep moving forward. And who knows, maybe one day you'll make it. You know, Samurai Jack, you know, it ended on a cliffhanger, but then years later they finally made the ending, and it was satisfying and sad. But it's probably like 10 out of 10 Samurai Jack. Probably, you know, some people say, like, I think, yeah, I don't remember who was it, Sam Register or one of the high, like, vice presidents of Cartoon Network said that, you know, Samurai Jack was like at the top of all their cartoons. You know, I think it is too. A masterpiece. Grim and Evil. I'm just gonna put Grim and Evil on B. No, I'll put on A. I'll put on A. You know, Grim and Evil. That's where, you know, the Grim Adventures and Evil Con Carne, where they got their start. They got their start together as one show, and later on they broke up into two different shows. But it was nice having both. You know, it kind of, you know, whenever Billy and Mandy slowed down, Evil Con Carne would pick up. So it was like a nice balance, because I like both, and they were both completely different, but they were just like you know, similar art styles. And I just really liked the balance of, you know, of kids, you know, with deaths, and then an evil scientist guy in the other show. You know, two different shows. You know, that sounds kind of wrong now, but it was really cool. But I'll just leave it there at A. Now, next one is the Grim Adventures. The Grim Adventures. I really, really like the Grim Adventures, but I would say that the first 3 episodes kind of overhyped it. Like it kind of made it seem like more than it was. I feel like the animation quality kind of declined in some episodes, and then increased in others. It was a strange like combination. But yeah, like the Grim Adventures, like the first 3 episodes, the ones with the zombies, and then when they introduced Hostel Gallo, it kind of felt like there was like a plot going on. Kind of felt like an anime. I don't get why they didn't keep going that way. Later on, it kind of like the quality drops, and there are some good episodes, but there are some mid episodes. And you know, whenever they introduce characters like Ares, or you know, or the Halloween guy, what's his name? The Halloween special, Jack-o'-lantern, or Ares, you know, they should have kept going with those guys. Or even the what's that thing called? That like octopus black thing. They should have kept going with those guys, and even with more Hostel Galdo, and just, you know, just going that direction. But later on, they introduced some other characters that they were kind of like cool, but I don't think they should have kept going with them. I think they should have stayed with Jack-o'-lantern and just the some of the villains from the first season. I don't know, like I felt like they redeemed themselves with the Underfist movie, because Underfist felt like what the first season of Grim Adventure should have been. You know, more action packed, more comedy, you know, and more, you know, high quality animation, you know, more Hostel Galdo, you know, more one-eye weirdos, you know, kind of like that style. That's what I think. You know, the Billy Grim Adventures was good, but it's kind of sad how it never kept going. Like I felt the first season was good. Some seasons were better than others, and the final season was kind of like I don't know what they were thinking. It's like the final season they didn't really feel like they put a lot of effort into it. Now Evil Con Carne, I love Evil Con Carne. I'll put it at A. It's crazy though how Evil Con Carne, it had a strong fan base, but it failed because I guess it just didn't get a lot of views, and the show was canceled like after 2 seasons or after 1 season. But that was I liked it. Evil Con Carne, I liked the bear guy, the brain, the female scientist, the one-eyed weirdo. I just really liked that show. I can't believe they canceled it. Whatever happened to Robot Jones? So whatever did happen to Robot Jones, nobody ever talks about that show. To me, it was like a solid B. Just the life of a robot. I can't remember a lot about this show. I remember like half the episodes. I remember when the kid got the growth spurt. I didn't really get into it that much. The animation was really kind of old schoolish, really like hand-drawn pencil type. You could see the pencil markings on like some areas more than other shows. But it was good for what it was, and it wasn't trying to be anything special. But it did deliver in the comedy area. It did deliver in other areas, and Robot Jones, he was like kind of interesting, just like a interesting just like a robot trying to live in high school kind of thing. And I kind of liked it, but whatever, I guess people didn't like it because it only went for like 3 seasons, but I liked it. The Kids Next Door. The Kids Next Door. Oh man, Kids Next Door. I'm gonna put Kids Next Door at S. Now I know when Kids Next Door first aired, I was not impressed. The Kids Next Door, I wouldn't put it up there with the Legends on S when I first watched it. But after like the second season, I felt like it was much more. And as the seasons keep going, it started improving. The animation got better. The characters were more fleshed out. There was more like a little development in stories, characters. The world building was kind of interesting. They went into the world building, and then the final movie tie-in really closed everything in, and it was kind of like if you only saw the first 2 seasons, you wouldn't put it on S. But if you saw the whole show, up until the movie, you would say, yeah, this is S rank, because it just did everything. Like it kind of had like a small plot, kind of like a something of a plot. And it wasn't like in every episode, but it was like in every season mostly. Like the plot, like it was just like a small plot that was developed, and it was nice. The Kids Next Door, I was not impressed with the first season, but by the end of the show, it kind of like it's stayed, like a piece of it stayed into my heart. Like just something about kids, like the innocence of being a kid and enjoying your youth. That's kind of the message of Kids Next Door, and it's really like heartwarming. And just don't waste time on dumb stuff and enjoy your youth, enjoy what you are. Don't be ashamed of your childhood. And that's what I liked about the Kids Next Door. To me, it's an S. Star Wars the Animated Series. I'm gonna put it at B. Now, why am I putting it at B? Because all the episodes were like 5 minutes, 10 minutes long. Probably less than 10 minutes. And the animation was good. The fight scenes were good. I wish they would have explained more, a little better, because it would just start off like they would just throw like fight scenes, and they wouldn't really explain anything until until it kind of ended, And then, like, if you've seen the movies, you would understand what goes where and what goes what. But if you haven't seen the movies, you're kind of going to be a bit confused, or if you're not really a Star Wars fan. So that's my only disappointment. That's why it's a B to me. And not only that, but you never really got attached to the characters, like not to the level as if you would with like Kids Next Door or Courage the Cowardly Dog or Ed, Edd n Eddy, or even the Powerpuff Girls. You know, where you get attached to the characters. That's not really what happens to Star Wars. Oh, Megas XLR. Megas XLR, I'll put it next to Johnny Bravo because Megas XLR was like, it's like between S and A, because Megas XLR is one of the best original cartoons in my opinion, because it's different from every other show as it's a mecha. And it's not like it's like a mecha, but it's really like you really find it really relatable, the characters. You know, your main character, he's not your stereotypical main guy. He's more like this like big chubby gamer guy. And they're not really your stereotypical heroes either. And the way everything goes down, even in the first episode, there's a lot of action, a lot going on. You know, characters are introduced. It's just really good first episode. Probably one of the best first episodes in any Cartoon Network original. Megas XLR, it's a shame it only went for 2 seasons. Was it 2 seasons? I think it was 2 seasons. And then it got cancelled. You know, I wanted to see, I wanted to see the whole show and how it ended. I don't think it ended. And I had high hopes, and even though, I didn't watch it all the time, because during that time I had a lot of stuff going on, unfortunately, even as a kid. But every time I had the chance, I always watched it, and I would rewatch some episodes. But unfortunately, it got cancelled. But yeah, it's like between S and A. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Foster's Home is like, it's like an A. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, I guess this show's really aimed at people who have a big imagination. The guy who made the show, he had like a big imagination. The characters are really like detailed, really creative, really unique, really strange, very different, but it's not bad. Like at the first, maybe for some people, and at first it kind of bothered me, but then I liked Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. And yeah, every episode, there were a lot of funny episodes, like the Sugar Rush episode, and some other episodes I can't really think out of my mind right now. But I really miss the show. And I kind of miss, when I think of Foster's, I kind of miss those times of my youth, because I feel like I wasted years of my time. Wasted years. Not that not watching the show, but like during those times of my life, because I had a lot of stuff going on, and there were some dark moments in my life during that time, and I wish I would watch more Foster's and focus less on the bad moments. And I'm getting a little emotional right now, because when I was a kid, I had a lot of bad moments. Up until I was a teenager, and even into my 20s, early 20s, a lot of bad moments. And what really kept me going were cartoons, And I know it sounds childish, I know it sounds stupid, but what really kept going me were the cartoons and anime. Like One Piece, One Piece really like saved me. Without One Piece, I don't think I would have made it through life. It kind of saved me from my darkest moments. Because the show really like pushes you to be like a good person. So if you haven't seen the anime One Piece, watch it, because it could really change your life. It's very creative, like Foster's. Sorry for getting off track, guys. I just got really emotional because just stuff going on. Now, Puffy Amiyumi, that show was good. It was It was like like a like a B plus. I just never really got that into it, but it was a good show. It was, I would put on A. You know, like maybe if I watched it more, I would put on A. But during that time, I was busy too. But what I saw, I enjoyed, and it was a musical. No, I'll put it on A because it was a musical. It's a musical, so I'll put it on A. Junifer Lee, what the fuck? Should I put on Don't Remember? I'll put on Don't Remember, because if I put on D, you guys will probably get pissed. But it was like I remember like one episode, maybe two, but not. I didn't watch a lot of it. Sorry guys. Camp Laszlo. Camp Laszlo is like a C. No, C plus. C plus. No, there we go. It's because Camp Laszlo was really like in the name, really campy. It's like Camp Laszlo was just like not trying to be anything special, not trying to be anything like action packed. It was just being just like regular camp life, really calm, really just everyday thing, really nothing special, not too funny at times, but not too funny. But I enjoyed what I saw, even if nothing really ever happened. But the last season really made me sad. I don't know, I felt like it was the last season, and it was, and I enjoyed it, but it had to end because it didn't have a lot going on. Sunday Pants, don't remember or haven't seen it. I don't know what that is. My gym partner, Some Monkey. I'll put on. It's a solid C plus. No, I just didn't like the game. I mean, My Gym Partner, Some Monkey, and I'll put on B. It's because I just didn't watch a lot of it. I saw like 2 episodes, but it's a good idea. It's pretty smart. Watch it if you want. It's not a bad show, but it's just I was watching a lot of stuff, including anime, so I didn't have time to watch a lot of it. Ben 10. Oh, Ben 10. I'll put Ben 10 on C plus. Okay, now before you kill me, or before you try to send death threats or shit on my video or dislike it, it's because Ben 10, it was really good. I like the character designs, I like a lot of things, but it didn't really have like a plot. I didn't really know like what they were trying to do. Just fight aliens every episode, and that's about it. Save the world. But there was never like a big huge we gotta save the world or change a government or something like that, or a villain they really had to beat. They had that guy, I think his name was Gainax or something, but he was never he was whatever. Squirrel Boy, I don't remember it that good. Sorry guys. Class of 3000. I'll put on C. I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember it's about music. The characters were cool, and I didn't see a lot of it. Chowder. Oh my god. Sorry guys. Chowder was I'll put it on C. It's because I didn't see a lot of it either. I can't really talk about it right now, but it was just Transformers. I haven't seen. Ben 10 Alien. It's like a solid C. It was improvement from Ben 10, but again, I couldn't get into it. I don't know what it was. I just could not get into it. Maybe because I was watching a lot of anime with really deep plots, like Naruto and One Piece, and some of the Gundam series. So I couldn't really they had a lot of really cool plots or really big plots, and Ben 10, it was a small plot, and I couldn't get into it either. Flapjack. Flapjack's like a C plus. I didn't see a lot of it, but just because of the ending. The Secret Saturdays. The Secret Saturdays are they're like a D. You know why? Why are the Secret Saturdays a D? Because they never freaking not much happened. I like the idea, I like the plot, I like the characters, but nothing really happened. Adventure Time is like an A. Adventure Time is an A because just a lot of those hidden adult jokes. I like the characters. Very, like, I would say the art style is like very kid friendly. I like a lot of episodes. There's a lot of funny moments. You know, it's become, you know, it has a lot of memes. But I'm in a hurry right now, so I can't talk a lot about them anymore. Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. Oh my god. This is like a B. I was never a big Ben 10 fan. And the longer it kept going on, the less I watched it. Generator Rex. It's like a D. Because it was cancelled and I didn't see. It was like, Regular Show. Oh, Regular Show is like an A. Yeah, man, Regular Show had a lot of good episodes. It's really sad at the end with Pops. But I would say that a Regular Show, if you watched it from beginning to end, it's one of those shows that really stays in your heart. And the friendly vibe, the bro life, is just something that you really keep in you, that you really remember. Symbionic Titan, I'll put on. Don't remember, haven't seen. I didn't watch Symbionic Titan because I had a lot of stuff watching. Sorry guys. Robotomy's a B. Why? I just like robots. I like mechas. And I'm a little biased here, but to me it's a B. And plus, we don't have a lot of robot shows besides Megas XLR and Robot Jones. So that's why I'm putting it pretty high. I don't know what this is. I haven't seen it. Don't remember. Gumball. Gumball's an A. Another big hit. I would say Gumball had the potential to be like SpongeBob for Cartoon Network, but I felt like they never really, like, sometimes the writing just wasn't there. You know, just to be like SpongeBob level, but it was near SpongeBob level. And Gumball had a lot of good shows. It's crazy though how Gumball ended like just out of nowhere. Like it ended, like the years go by quick, because I remember when it aired and then it ended after many seasons. And just thinking about it makes me feel old. Damn. Secret Mountain of Forest Awesome, don't remember. Haven't seen this Ben 10 spin-off. Uncle Grandpa, haven't seen it. Steven's Universe is a C, because I didn't really watch a lot of it, but it was nice. It looks nice. And I'll probably maybe check it out one day. But the episodes I saw, they were okay. So I'll put it as a C. Now Mixels and Clarence, I'm putting them both on haven't seen, because I haven't seen them. Over the Garden Wall. It's like a small show, a few episodes, but it was really nice from what I saw. I can't remember it that well, but I just remember seeing the title and the characters. This is really nice yeah. I didn't watch We Are Bear Bears. Long Live the Royals, I haven't seen this one. The Powerpuff Girls, the remake, take it on top. Like a C. Mighty Magic Sword, haven't seen. This Ben 10 remake, haven't seen. OK Co, haven't seen. Apple and Onion, it's like a solid B. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I saw a little bit. Oh shit, okay, haven't seen this one. Craig of the Creek, haven't seen. Well, let me just... Okay, so I haven't seen a lot of these new ones. Yeah, I'm gonna check out all the bottom ones. I haven't seen them. And maybe I'll post an update. But from now, this is the list. I haven't seen a lot of these newer ones at the bottom, so I don't want to rank them, you know? So I would put all these on haven't seen up here. But yeah, you know, this is what I grew up with. I love Cartoon Network. Yeah, I know that this isn't the best list. I know, but I love cartoons because they helped me in my darkest moments. I had a really tough childhood. I had a tough young years, teenage years. Even in my early 20s, my life was bad. You know, my life isn't, you know, I'm not living the best life that everybody's living. But I'm living, and I'm alive, and I'm glad I am. And, you know, I'm thankful for shows like One Piece and Samurai Jack that they really helped me a lot in my dark moments and my hard times. And cartoons really helped me like push forward, you know, as dumb as it sounds. You know, just like the characters, they're always happy, they're very positive. And yeah, I know people will call me immature or whatever they want to call me, and that's fine with me. But you know, a lot of my friends don't even know I like cartoons. But I wouldn't hide it if they asked me. But yeah, like this is my list, and I'm gonna keep watching anime and cartoons until the day I die. Even if I'm just rewatching. So what do you guys think? Let me know. It's JM, and I'm off.